People like to make a lot of stupid fucking suggestions. Like, if they suggest it, it magically gives me the ability to do it. Or because they suggested it and it didn't work out, that I must have not have tried. Now let me tell you about this person, Cotton Candy. Where are you, Candy Cane? I'm going to let you know what they typed at me. And although they probably didn't mean anything by it, the fact is that I have to answer questions all the time that I have answered thousands. I make videos so that I don't have to answer your goddamn questions. Every time somebody new comes on, and I have to start off from the very fucking beginning. I'm not allowed to be frustrated that I can't go to the police. I'm not allowed to be frustrated that the abuse continues and nobody will do a goddamn thing about it. I'm sorry. Fuck your sorry. Your sorry shows you're a bitch who ain't gonna do shit. But you're gonna whine like a bitch if it happens to you, aren't you? You're gonna say, hey, Sean, I need help. Fuck you. I can't fucking help you. And that is your choice, not mine. Because when I needed you to tell the fucking truth, you're like, it won't do any good. Bitch, you're fucking right. You're right, Peaches. It didn't do any good because you never fucking tried. You knew that people were harming me. And for months, you gave me empty goddamn promises. And then you always say, yeah, I was going to do something to help you after it's too fucking late. How about after 7 goddamn months of you not offering to help the way that I fucking need and not coming through when you do? How about you try keeping your goddamn word, you fucking cunt? Why don't you admit that I went to you for fucking help instead of getting pissed off that I had to fucking record it after months of you turning a blind fucking eye? I want you to look at the fucking useless goddamn pieces of shit that I had to go to for help because I couldn't get the police to do their goddamn jobs. I had to go to fucking heroin junkies and rapists and child molesters for help. No matter what. Unless I have a guardian there in present. Someone who actually cares about me as a human being. This happens for the rest of my life. The dude whose house I'm at right now, he doesn't give a fuck what happens to me. He could have gotten off his ass and helped me last fucking year, but he didn't. Why didn't he? Because I'm just not that fucking important to him. Yeah, sure he cares. Not enough to do anything, though. Not enough to look at evidence. Not enough to sit down with me and look at what the fuck is going on. Not even enough to sit down and take a look at the way that his ex interacting and the way that she treated myself and him affected my situation. But it doesn't matter, does it? Because I'm not a human being because I have a penis. I'm not a human being because you call me mentally ill. I'm not allowed to get overwhelmed when people are actually assaulting me. I'm not allowed to speak out when I am assaulted by fucking cops. You know, the same shit that happened to Zaid Atkinson, and also the things that happened to Elijah McClain, and also the things that happened to Samuel Leon Lawrence IV, and the things that happened to Michelle Rodriguez. Those things happened to me before it happened to any of them. And the only reason anybody cared about them is because they're not white. It's okay to victimize white people, isn't it? White people deserve it for being born white, don't they? Every bad thing that happens to a minority is a white person's fault, isn't it? It's all white person's fault, isn't it? If a black man goes into a store, rapes the person behind the counter, shoots her in the head, and steals all the money, that is still my fault for being white, isn't it? Isn't it? It's my fault. He can't possibly be the predator in that situation. He's the wrong color. It must be my fault that he raped somebody because I'm white. It must be my fault that he fucking killed somebody because I'm white. It must be my fault that he fucking robbed that place because I'm white. That's how I get treated for speaking out. Restricted number, imagine that. Call me up to harass me, then hang the fuck up. What a bitch. Anyway, what Cotton Candy typed to me is, Cotton Candy replied, Sean David, I'm sorry to hear that and understand. I have mental issues too and totally feel what you do. People just don't understand unless they go they it. Well, this is actually the latest comment. Came up 2 minutes ago. It was not existent just a couple of minutes ago. Oh, that restricted number calling me again to harass me. Oh, damn. Yeah, I must be hallucinating this shit. It must be a fucking figment of my imagination. It must be a fucking paranoid, schizophrenic goddamn delusion, mustn't it? You fucking pieces of shit. Anyway, Cotton Candy, the one that I was trying to read from earlier, it says, have you tried relocating and starting over somewhere new? I have. I've moved over 40 times since Natalie died, or since leaving Virginia in 2016. There's that restricted fucking number again. And guess what? The cops aren't going to do a goddamn thing about it. There ain't no reason to fucking call them. What the fuck are they going to do about it? What are cops who broke the law repeatedly, who I am trying to get put in prison, what are they going to do about the crimes being committed against me? What have they done about the crimes committed against me in the past? What have they done about Sandy? What have they done about Sandy? Nothing. What have they done about Chris? Nothing. What have they done about the Bollingers? Nothing. Is that true? No, it's not true. They haven't done nothing. They have intentionally looked the other way. That's not nothing. Yeah, there they go fucking again. Now, the problem with restricted numbers is that most cops call you from a restricted number. Miss Peaches, when I said, hey, why didn't you talk to my fucking public pretender? She said, well, she was one of them people probably who called me from a restricted number. What are most restricted numbers? They're harassment telephone calls. It's either bill collectors or fucking nut jobs. No, people don't want to answer a restricted fucking number. Miss Peaches, she's like, you know what, Sean, you can't get mad at me for not fucking speaking up to your fucking public pretender. Because if they called me from a restricted number, I ignore those because I owe a lot of fucking money. Is it my fault that she owes money? No. Is it my fault that these motherfuckers call from a restricted number? No. Now, Cotton Candy asking me, have I tried relocating? Yes, I have. I need to relocate to somewhere where I have a support network. And if My support network is busy telling me I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. They're not a support network. After spending every fucking penny I had at Miss Tabby's, she didn't keep her word, but it didn't matter. I was out of resources. She was out of use for me. Drink some more of this fucking concentrated cow piss. Yeah, I know it's taking me like 6 hours to drink it, but it tastes like shit. I just don't want it going to waste because it costs like $2. I need property. Instead of having to depend on government employees who don't care about anyone but themselves. I need a place where people like Cindy Taylor can't victimize me for being impoverished. There they go, restricted again. Who do I call about that? Who's going to do something about that? Nobody. Not a goddamn person. Restricted, 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 restricted. And then there's this one down here. Mickey McLovin commented, stalk anyone lately? Now, assholes like this, they like to post shit up like that and then immediately erase it. But it still shows up in my notifications, bitch. So you can't hide it. Ted Bollinger made that fucking mistake at my grandma's funeral. He made the fucking mistake of thinking that just because he erased his comments after I replied to them, that I wouldn't be able to gain access to them. Oh, there's restricted again. Hello. It's kind of what I expected, coward. Restricted, 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 restricted. Holy hell. Yeah, must be my fault. This must be a figment of my imagination, isn't it? Those of you who are here seeing this, here to hear the phone going off. You guys know that I'm not schizophrenic for saying that. But if I go to the police, how am I going to get treated? Like, this is no big deal. A lot of you idiots want to tell me, hey, you should just get off the internet. No, I'm not going to get off the internet. Getting on the internet is my only chance to get help stopping the abuse. It's not just physical abuse. It's not just psychological abuse. It's not just financial abuse. What these people did is highly illegal, but it's only illegal if you care. You. It doesn't matter how much I care. I've been called mentally ill. Anyone can do anything they want to me at any point in time. Cops know this. Why are there so many cops who have been busted raping people? And who is the most likely person a cop is gonna rape? The two people most likely to be raped by cops, number one, is someone who is considered mentally ill. Number two is their spouse. Yes, cops quite often rape their own spouses. They are the most likely to beat their own spouses out of everyone in America, every single occupation in America, and police. The guys who are supposed to be in charge of our health and safety, correct? Aren't they supposed to be there to protect and serve us? These are the guys who come to your house, and if you drop a cup of water when they tackle you, and some of that water touches their shoe, they charge you with fucking assault. Then they go home and beat the fuck out of their wife. This guy calls himself Addict Official. He types, hope you get the help you need. Me too, but I'm not. I'm not getting the help I need. I'm wasting money on empty promises, money that I don't have to spend. I'm living in a 6x6 fucking shack because of the consequences of police not doing their fucking jobs, the consequences of allowing the public to go vigilante on an innocent person, the consequences of preventing a victim from facing their accusers. You guys say, have you tried calling this place, or have you tried calling that place? You know, chances are I probably have on multiple occasions. And if I want to go through my phone and all that other stuff, I could probably eventually dig through far enough to find the shit that you're asking for. But when you're asking for Johnny on the spot, and I got to go through thousands of fucking restricted number again, god damn it. What a little bitch. Oh, yeah, it's 420. Except I'm in Nebraska. Does marijuana help me? Quite a bit. And then again, not at all. It depends on the situation. For social anxiety, marijuana helps. If I got shit I gotta do, no, marijuana doesn't fucking help. No, it's not as bad as the medications. It's not as bad as taking Risperidol. It's not as bad as taking Orap or Pimazide. It's not as bad as taking lithium, but it's still bad. If I got stuff to do, it's not easy to do stoned. If I got to drive, I don't want to drive stoned. Of course, I'm in Nebraska. It wouldn't really matter, would it? I mean, shit, the cops turn a blind eye to half the people in this town driving drunk. But then again, they're not Sean Schwartz. If the police pull them over and pull some bullshit, their family's going to care. My family don't. Never did and never gonna. My mom and my dad fought for custody over me because they could get some good money for me. When I was 18, neither one of them cared. They couldn't get any free money for me existing anymore. Imagine that. You say, I want to help you, I want to help you, I want to help you. How can I help? How can I help? Well, for starters, you can speak up. Everywhere. Nobody should be railroaded like this. Nobody should be prevented from making a police report. Nobody should be stalked, harassed, intimidated, and assaulted by meth heads because cops don't want to do their jobs. We teach girls to manipulate in this way for a reason. If you screw a man over, fine. Just say he stalked you or he's harassing you. If that's not good enough, send your friends out to stalk and harass him by lying to them. And then, when he is having a fucking mental breakdown, you pretend like he's a fucking basket case. If you punch me in the nose 20 times, and I punch you back in your fucking jaw, you had it coming! You had it fucking coming! If you punch me in the nose 20 times, and then talk shit, say, oh, I bet you called the cops, I bet you called the cops. Shit, I threatened you once, you call the cops, don't you? When you threatened me on multiple occasions, you wanted to call me a pussy. But then what happens when it happens to you just once? You fucking pussy. But it's fine because the cops didn't do their jobs. It's not the public pretender's fault. It's not the cops' fault. It's not the judge's fault. They're all absolved of their fucking crimes. There are dangerous predators walking free right now, like Tim Beeson, Ted Bollinger, and Restricted Bitch. Hi, Restricted Bitch! Oh, call ended already. Imagine that. And this right here, for the rest of my fucking life, because nobody wanted to do their fucking jobs. Nobody in the government, not one person who works for the government is going to do their job when it comes to somebody who has been called mentally ill unless someone is there and fucking present. Explaining that to Miss Peaches 400 fucking times, and she still was too fucking stupid to get it through her spoiled goddamn head. She needs help. Her family helps her. They don't make her jump through 7 months of fucking abuse. Hell, her boyfriend even outright got on my page after ignoring me the whole time. After Natalie died, Raja ignored me outright. And then when I called out Miss Peaches for the fucked up shit that she did, including helping out my predators, Raja got on my Facebook after ignoring me that whole time. And he got on my Facebook and fucking slandered me. And thinks it's okay. Really, Raja, did you go in with me? Did you? Did you go in with me to talk to the cops, Raja? Or are you talking out your ass? Restricted number. Yes, I must be schizophrenic for saying that people are calling me and harassing me from restricted numbers. This must be a hallucination. I must be hallucinating this. Just like I must be hallucinating people threatening to kill me, right? I must be hallucinating those reports from other people that I put up on this very YouTube for you to see. I must be hallucinating those things. I must be hallucinating this box. Obviously, I must be schizophrenic. I am Elmer J. fucking Fudd, millionaire. I own a mansion and a yacht. Obviously, this isn't a mansion or a yacht. I must be hallucinating it. I must be making up fucking stories. Again, more fucking restricted numbers. Now, is this over Natalie Bollinger or is this over Jamie Curtis? Women are allowed to do these things. Women are allowed to do these illegal and immoral things. They're allowed. They are allowed. Our society says it's okay for women to destroy innocent people's lives because they can have unprotected sex and squat out a fucking baby. That's not my fault. I didn't have unprotected sex with you. That's not my fucking kid. I owe it to you to allow you to abuse me because you could possibly have a kid? Because maybe in the future you might spread your legs like a whore while fucked up on heroin and end up with a brain damaged kid? I owe you for that now? No, the fuck I don't. I don't owe it to you to take your abuse. It wasn't my choice to be born with a penis any more than it was your decision to be born with a fucking vagina. Meanwhile, if I have a severe issue and I go to the hospital, I'm going to get blown off and treated like I'm a junkie until I'm fucking dead. Even if I've got government insurance. But if I decide that I want a vagina downstairs instead of a penis, the insurance will pay for that. Shit, you go to work for CU Boulder. They will pay for you to have a sex change if you work there, even as just a janitor. They will pay for you to have a sex change. If you want to have a sex change, go to work for CU Boulder. That'll help you out. But the thing is, you don't need different genitalia. You can still pee with the genitalia you got. You can still have sex with the genitalia you got. But I can't take care of myself with the injuries I got. I got lots of experience being a janitor, but I can't be a janitor because I can't do the work. And then people expect me to just get, see, another restricted fucking number. Again. You guys got all these ideas of things I should be doing. Have you tried calling the Attorney General's office? Yes, I have. They don't care that the actions of these officers prevents me from having the ability to do the things that they're asking me to do. They want me to do a bunch of shit over the internet that has not worked. And even if it does work,